Welcome to Ridiculous. I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. I hope you are living your best life. Loveshack.org. Wife cheated, 2 years follow-up. Hi everybody. I am Italian and was 51 when these facts occurred. My wife is from East Europe and is 15 years younger than me. We have one daughter and were 12 years together when she cheated on me. We lived abroad outside Europe. In 2015, a married couple of local Italian friends decided to open a restaurant and proposed to my wife to work there. She accepted with enthusiasm. The owner also called from Italy his brother, a cook, to help start up the firm. This man, almost in his 60s, ugly, short, bent, heavy glasses, 40 cigarettes per day smoker, systematic blasphemer, corrupt, promiscuous, and as I found out later with a rich criminal record, immediately started to show interest in my wife, pulling sexual jokes while working together in the kitchen. I warned her about this situation, but both because I trusted her 101% and because of the huge differences in standing, physical, cultural, ethical, financial, between us and that man, I underestimated the risk. Unforgivable mistake. He stayed there for a couple of months or so, then he went back to Italy as the restaurant started to earn some money. I was not aware that my wife and he had started a daily communication on WhatsApp. He lured her, exploiting her interest in becoming a cook. In a matter of few months, they started an emotional affair. He was able, from the distance and despite not being able to write 2 lines in Italian without making horrible mistakes, to convince my wife that I was the worst possible husband in the world. By October 2016, the owners of the restaurant had decided to sell it, to move to another nation, and this was where the story becomes beyond belief. The male owner, without my knowing it, called again his brother from Italy. When he arrived, he immediately started a physical affair with my wife, having multiple intercourses in a restaurant kitchen with no condoms and beneath the surveillance video cameras that they had fully renovated the month before, putting audio and HD camcorders just for this, as I discovered later. In her diary, she wrote in detail about her affair and about the risk of getting pregnant. No references to STD though, despite the obvious risk. I did not see this coming. I was convinced to have a perfect marriage and was light years from imagining what was happening. My wife suddenly changed her behavior towards me. Sex dropped almost to zero. She turned distant and cold, staying awake and literally glued to her cell phone. I asked her what was the matter and she replied that she was furious with the restaurant owners because they wanted to sell it and she felt like that place was her creation. She was tired for the job load too. In hindsight, all these were huge red flags, but I never thought that she could cheat on me. And with a man like that, the recordings were shown by the lover of my wife to our group of Italian friends, which I had been acquainted to for 4 years. You can easily imagine the braggings in the comments. Someone months later relayed me everything.
Did you see her tits? Hey, come here, hey, come. Look at that, bro. Look at her. She bending over. That is wife. That's Luciano. Like you barely hold his breath. Go get us some sausages. The bum is big. We're gonna watch this, bro. Look at her go. We gotta go.
Those recordings were also uploaded to a couple of amateur porn sites where he made some $6,000 per month that he used to maintain himself and a local woman who had been his mistress already since 2015. But the true reason for filming their performances was to make easier the selling of the restaurant, which had been impossible till then. The footages were shown to another Italian cook, married, and he suddenly decided to buy the restaurant, although it was not in the desired location and priced almost twice the reasonable commercial value. His wife later told me that for no apparent reason, her husband had suddenly decided to go for that choice. My wife was actually sold to the new owner, and very soon he warned her about this and claimed his rights. Afraid of losing her job, she consented to start a physical relationship also with him while keeping the other affair and me, although not reaching full sexual intercourse. That too, beneath cameras and regularly recorded and sold to amateur sites. That's when I began to understand that something was totally off key. Seeing her constantly chatting, I once asked to see her phone, and she refused She actually froze when I wanted to look the chat contents. I decided to act. I downloaded a spy software, best $54 ever, and while she was sleeping, that night I took her cell phone, cracked it, and installed the patch. That gave me full control and I began to disentangle the old chats and the system logs. That's how I found what was happening. She was preparing for divorcing me, talking about her adultery both to our Italian friends, to her relatives and female friends in her country of origin. None informed me. They all knew. Next day I confronted her. She denied even the evidence. Then she caved in and admitted the obvious but shifted all the blame to me. In those terrible moments, she was an unrecognizable person, a total stranger, loaded with an unbelievable charge of hatred towards me. Only those who experimented being cheated by a beloved wife know the sense of shock, humiliation, rage, disbelief, and undescribable pain. Something of me died that day. I lost 20 kg in a month and a half. I decided to stay with her to protect our daughter. I sold off my house and my company there and returned to my country with the unremarkable financial loss. I had to strictly control her in the first 40 days because she absolutely wanted to stay with her lover and she got regularly in touch with him by WhatsApp. I was able to look at their conversations real time. Could not believe what I saw. No remorse, no shame, not even the full perception of what she had done. This began to change only when some of those friends warned us about the existence of the footages. Someone sent me the links to find them. And all the story behind that, including the intention to sell her to the customers of the restaurant. 2 years later, I am still here. My marriage, inside my heart, is irreparably dead. I must admit that she is loving and doing all she can to try and repair the damage to me and to our daughter, who knows everything. I stay for the benefit of the kid, but I am destroyed. Although we have intercourses, I think about what she did to me every single day, tens, hundreds of times. The references to adultery are daily, in films, songs, gags, etc. Nothing will ever clear this. I also had a revenge fling. I had never cheated on her before, although having multiple opportunities to do. That gave me strength and self-confidence. In the first weeks after Discovery Day, I thought my virility was gone forever and soothed the pain, but the devastation inside remains. I told you this story because I want everybody to know that you can keep a marriage with a cheating wife, but there's nothing you can actually do to fix it and to return to normality. It's gone. Everything is gone. Not only your marriage, but also the way you look at life and at other people. Greetings everyone, I hope you enjoyed the story. Well, not like actually enjoyed the story as if you're happy for OP, but you know, hearing something from someone that is from a different country than you are maybe, or a different culture, just to understand that can happen to anyone, no matter which country you're from, no matter which culture you're from, right? His wife was from Eastern Europe and he was from Italy, so they came from totally different backgrounds, you know, and then she was working around people from his so-called culture, right? Or his country. And the lack of boundaries that they had were despicable. It's actually shocking because from the Italian people that I know or have been acquainted with, they tend to be very traditional people in a sense of your wife is not really in someone else's face. Your wife is not in close quarters with another man and unattended. You know, she tends to be around women most of the time. If she's working in a restaurant or a store, there's always going to be some other woman there with her. But why was she unsupervised? And I don't mean that in a way as if she's a child. She's an adult, but I'm saying in the sense of cultural norms. What do you guys think? Leave your comment below. If this is your first time listening to my narration, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope the volume is okay. You guys can always leave me feedback in the comment section. For people who are subscribed, I appreciate you. I see that from my analytics, there are many people subscribed from, of course, the United States of America, Canada, UK, India, Sweden, Korea, South Africa, And the list goes on, but I just want to say that you're most welcome to my channel, and I hope you have a wonderful day/evening. Bye.